What's up guys, Konato64 here, and today I have a new series I want to work on, but I am still going to continue What If Sonic was in My Hero Academia, but I've been thinking about this single What If for a long time, and all that, but let's continue. So let's begin. In a world much with a battle with destroyed cities, we see the heroes watching on as All For One is in pain, but he is slowly dying, but with the power of the quirk bullet and the power of rewind, what he copied, and he is in his prime. He does look like he is in his prime. And of course, some of the UA students and heroes, even the One For All user, Mario, as All For One's like, y'all think y'all can defeat me? I am more stronger than I was before. But then coming out of nowhere, Shigaraki punches his former master, especially because his former master tried to take over his body. And as that fight is going, some of the heroes, the strong hitters, like Endeavor, Shoto Todoroki, Bakugo Katsuki, and Mirio, and some other ones like in the background with Eraserhead and the guy with the copy quirk. Not gonna. Sometimes I remember that dude's name, but then other times I can't. Of course, with both of them using an eraser, but as the strongest heroes and hero students jump in, as All For One and Tomura Shigaraki fighting each other, the battle goes on. But in a building, what's not destroyed somehow by the destruction of their society. Sorry about that. We see a boy who looks like the age of 16 in some type of lab in the back of this building. This is what I've been working on this for months, and now it's almost complete. Not gonna lie, I really should thank All For One, but at the same time, I'm still a little pissed off when he took over Tomura's body. And I guess And with the boy's dull emerald eyes, looking like he's in another place, thinking, I will avenge y'all. And when he hears a ding, he grabs a vial of an unknown liquid. Yes. That's done. Of course, looking at the vial, it might have took months to do this. And I finally finished it. Even when this stupid war is close to ending. Who knows? Would the heroes win? Or would the villains succeed? Who knows? Even if I am on the villain's side. But, of course, they will pay. About to drink, hits the top off the lid of the unknown serum right until everything was calming down. I see the tremors have stopped. What does that mean? Did Shigaraki and them win? Did Shigaraki win? With hope in the boy's eyes. Or did those pathetic heroes win? Thanks to this ongoing project of mine, I won't be weak anymore. Until he hears an explosion coming from the door. And as a bunch of heroes come in from the front and the back door. And of course, Endeavor's like, you're surrounded. Give up now. Villain known as Deku. And of course, Bach. Oh, me surrender. Are you not taking me a threat because I'm quirkless? Endeavor's like, just staring at him. There's no point. We already took down Shigaraki and All for One. But Izuku Midoriya, you will be under arrest. Oh, so number one hero wants to take poor, defenseless little Deku out. What would the people say? Defeating a quirkless nobody. And of course, Aizawa, you might be quirkless, but everyone knows here you are not defenseless. Oh, I see. Bach goes like, Izuku, please. Oh, Kajan. What? Not calling me Deku anymore? Not surprising when you're the one who gave me that name. Please, Izuku, your mom is... Don't bring her up. You know, Ka-chan, I might still love my mother, but that does not mean I will give up that easily. Drinking the liquid quickly and then throwing it onto the ground, laughing maniacally. But Mirio is like, something doesn't feel right with me. But what? Maybe it has to do something to what All For One said before I splat him on the ground. I had no choice to kill them. Well, I'm not the only one who did that, but... Until blood starts... Izuku starts to spit up blood. What's going on? My body... Is it rejecting me? No, it shit. Until he falls face first on the ground, passed out. And of course, Uraraka runs towards the villain known as Deku. But Bakugo and the others did try to stop her. But when she... my god, Okay, sorry about that. Uraraka runs, slids towards, and she's like, Izuku! And she grabs his hand, trying to feel for a pulse. And without any of the heroes noticing, a single tear drops from her eye. And of course, she says the words, he's dead. Everyone is like, of course, some of the lower rank, some of the heroes who don't really care, just glad the war is over, is, all happy and all that. And some of class 1A and B, except for, the ones who are more serious, are very happy, thinking everything can go back to normal. But something, Aizawa and some others have this bad feeling, especially Mirio, before he killed All For One, Backflash, and with punches and punches. But before Mirio can do the last punch, All For One says, "Go ahead, kill me. It will not matter when soon enough, one for all, and All For One will be one again, in its own way." What do you mean? Who in this society, I'm sorry, you might have destroyed my arms, but okay. Who in this society, who everyone looks down upon, who everyone thinks is not a threat, but in reality is the biggest threats of all, if I gotta say. He's more of a threat than me. And after that sentence, Smash. And all for one now, this looks like a splat on the concrete. But when a hand taps on Mirio, he's like, what? Oh, ground zero. You okay? Yeah, the villain he killed himself. I don't get it. I don't think no one understands. But like Aizawa comes insight, I think it's because he knew he was going to lose. That's not me being arrogant. Look at it this way. All for One and Shigaraki was the powerfulest one in the group. Even when all the leaders are dead, Izuku Midoriya was the last one of the League of Villains. Even when this war started, we all took him not as a threat. But something does not feel right with me. It feels off. But somewhere in a black void, where the hell am I? Huh? He sees himself in this dark void. Did my serum kill me? Well, if this is my own version of the afterlife, then I'm screwed all alone. What really does suck, I cannot save my friends. I especially cannot save you. As he's walking what feels like forever, I really want to kill him. That Bakugo. He basically beat you close to death. Clenching his hands. At least I told you how I felt. My lovely Toga. Before you died in my arms, a single tear falls from his face until he sees something in the distance. He starts to run and run and run, but it feels like he's not getting closer until something pops out in front of him. 2 orbs. What? One is black with reddish highlights and surrounded in this dark, inky aura, when the other light is more shining, but multiple different colors. What is this? When he puts both of his hands closer, he can feel something. But what he can feel is, I can feel the users of this bubbly light energy. Why, it feels like Mirio and All Might, but also some other users, but also other people as well. But this dark, immersed, dull light is so familiar. It's like I can feel and sense All for One in Shigaraki. He grabs both of the orbs. But when for some reason, he has the feeling to shove them together, but with all their might, they force each other apart, like the opposites, like of a magnet. Instead of how normally opposites should attract, the same do not. Into what feels like a long time trying to force it together. As he does, a bright light is like, wait, what? And back into the real world. Of course, what seems like it should have been hours by now was really in milliseconds. But right when Bakugo takes his arm off of Mirio after talking to him, Uraka is with her friends, looking down but acting like everything's okay, until someone moves a finger. Slowly gets up and everyone, Bakugo's like, did Midoriya? And blood spits out of him. I feel different somehow. What is this? He looks at his torn shirt. He looks at like his torn shirt and looking at the new muscles. Like, he knew he was working out, but like, these muscles are more toned, more slim. And he could feel this energy surrounding his body. Like a pool of blood of an ocean. A red ocean, you could say. Until all the heroes and hero students get on guard, except for Bakugo, Mirio, surprised. Uraka is surprised, a little glad for some reason. Oh. You're probably wondering. Endeavor's like, Uraka, I thought you checked his pulse. I thought you said he was dead. Izuku hears that. Oh, so I did die. That's something. My experiment actually did work. That's surprising. What? Everyone's like, oh, let me plane the battlefield. You know, touching the ground, everyone in shock, seeing everything start to decay. What? Aizawa and some other people say, we need to get out of here. And as they run, a huge explosion at the same time of the building blows up. All the heroes get blown back. Oh, the shock on y'all's faces. What's wrong? Bakugo's like, hell, you were always quirkless? Yes, I was. And technically, I still am quirkless. Everyone's like, what? Bakugo's like, what? You know, Bakugo, you were completely different from middle school. I was thinking you would become the best and everything. What happened? Did UA actually mellow you out? Are you now a goody little two-shoes? Ah, I guess we both changed. From me, that timid little boy, and just someone who has all the confidence in the world. And from you, the confident, arrogant bastard. Now a person who actually cares about people. Where was this long ago? Where was this at when I was being tormented for life? Suicide baited, bullied, treated like the scum of the earth. Zuko, don't say it. Don't say you're sorry. You know, I thought we could be, well, of course, before I became who I am now, I really tried to change, for us to be friends again. But no, you could never have that. Ground Zero, was it? Oh. Hello, Uraraka-chan? Huh? Izuku-kun? How have you been? I am really sorry. We have to be on opposite sides. I truly, truly am. But that does not mean I didn't fully. But that does not mean I played you or anything. If I'm being honest, I did have a lot of fun hanging out with you before y'all found out, what I am. Just had to tell you that. Because if I do gotta say, you were someone who's really important to me. And I really don't want to harm you, Uraraka-chan. But hey, Endeavor's like, how? What is going on? Oh. Let me explain, I guess. I've basically, ever since the League of Villains picked me up, and I became part of their group, I thought how to help Tomura and all my other friends. I was actually going to make a power. Kinda similar to Overhaul's Quark Racing Bullets, but instead of that, make it opposite, especially where it can't be erased by the 1A teacher, Aizawa. And I was working on it, but a shame, I can only make one vial. For months, it kept on destroying itself. But that was before I takes out a familiar bullet. I'm very glad I took this from Overhaul. It really was a shame how we created these Quark erasing bullets, using a defenseless little girl. I really hope Eri is okay. Even when I was a spy for the League of Villains for that disgusting overhaul. I really did care about Eri. Before, you heroes came in. And I was so close to killing him before y'all captured him. But at least Tomura made him quirkless by taking his hands off. So amusing. But hey, I think I'm rambling too much, right? Let's get to the fucking point. I used Ailey's blood, and also the greatest touch of all, Eraserhead's blood as well. You probably shouldn't just cut your leg off in the middle of a battlefield. That really... Eraserhead's like, what? Oh. And not gonna lie, when that eye of yours was destroyed, I really felt bad. I do gotta say, when Tomura did wake up, he was a little bit crazy. Like, he wasn't fully stable. Of course, he was going after one for all, Oh, yes. One for all. Mario. Cut. But hey, let me show you a little trick of mine. Simmer electricity with red veins. Mario's like, what? Impossible. Oh, these red veins, but instead of yellow lightning, I guess mine's more of a greenish color. That's fancy. But hey, oh yeah. Well, of course, unlike One for All and All for One, I did make some adjustments where I can't take someone's quirk. Everyone's like, what? Well, I did the best thing is, I completely destroyed the quirk factor. The part of the quirk factor, what makes a quirk. And I changed it into something completely different. Like, basically, the best way to say this is, I made sure my own DNA was stronger than the quirk DNA. Basically, when it flows through my veins, putting his hand over his head. When it goes over my veins, and with a smile on his face, a psychotic grin. I am still quirkless, but the power to use my comrades and any of other quirks I have taken by the DNA of you heroes. And of course it cannot be erased. So good luck trying that. Izuku thinks in his head, probably a good idea to take that hyper super regeneration quirk I copied from, really had to desampled All for One's quirk over and over to make it to make it really different. But hey, who cares? And of course, in a flash, and with a huge punch to Mirio, a full-on battle happens. Over a bunch of heroes versus one villain? Not gonna lie, I kinda think that's unfair. And y'all heroes are supposed to play by the book. Izuku is just, Izuku's like, acting like I'm cocky is really going good for me. It's making them think I'm arrogant. But what they do not know is, they're going to play right into my hands. And it's funny, because they might know about how I sew, and they do. They probably really should know I have sold information about every fucking hero here, right? But they still act by a bunch of these low-rank heroes still think I'm that pathetic, useless Deku. That quirkless boy. But no, I'm not that boy any longer. I haven't been for a long time. Now Deku, the greatest villain ever. Well, not greatest, but close to the greatest. I think I'm getting into my head too much. And the fights will go on with Endeavor and a bunch of other high rank and low rank heroes fighting. And as the UA students, especially Bakugo, he especially wants to save Izuku. He wants to save his old friend from himself. Because he did realize he pretty much did fuck up. Oh, God. John. An explosion to Deku's face, blowing him away. This, y'all can get up on me. But realized, wait a minute, I just realized something. Uraka-chan ain't going all out. Now that's funny. Now, where did he go? I'm glad I learned this technique from Toga. And of course, Red Riot is like, Uraka! Huh? Kirishima? Hello, darling. Deku? Until Baku and Red Riot with explosion and a full-hearted punch. But Izuku backed off. But before all that could happen is what he sent to Araka's ear to make her shock. You must still have those feelings, right? That's why you're not going all out. I really don't want to hurt you. But don't hold back. You think you're afraid I'm gonna hurt your comrade? Until familiar sparks coming from Izuku's hand. By Aizawa writing his eyes. Everyone, he's using Aries quirk. Everyone's of course, all the Class 1A students and Mirio are shocked. Huh? Oh, the UA students and and a lot of the staff what is here. Oh wait, I think we're missing someone. I just realized. There's Snipe right there, Blood King. The President Mike is over there. But where is Midnight? I I'm really I'm really thinking, 'cause a quirk would have been really amazing, you know? Oh wait, I forgot. You know, it is a shame she had to not just die in that way. But if y'all do want to know, is to give some closure, I did get rid of those villains who took advantage of her. Everyone was in shock. What? Especially especially certain people who saw Midnight's corpse from Class 1A. Oh, yes. You know, I might be a villain, guys, but I have some class. Unlike those disgusting pieces of shit who do that to a defenseless woman who's hurt. That really sinkens me. And when I saw them do it, it really pissed me off. So when they left, I ripped their fucking hearts out. But before I did that, they screamed in pain, torture. Not gonna lie, help. I did have a lot of help with one of of someone I really did care about. And of course, looking at someone who he wants to kill. Look straight at Bakugo. And of course, Kajan, you killed her. And you want to know? I had to watch her die in my arms. Just for that, I'm gonna enjoy using her quirk on you. But first, let me take those fucking hands off, rushing at Izuku with the power to make it more hurt with decay and rewind. Using both of those quirks together, rushing at Bakugo, but right when that could happen, Monoma, yeah, that's the dude's name, Monoma grabs onto Kirigiri, and a warp gate happens, but he goes right through it, but without him and the others knowing something. Instead of the warp gate disappearing, like after using warp gate and then using eraser to keep on trying to do something about Deku's powers, but nothing seems to work. But he won't stop. He's just trying non-stop. And of course, Bakugo jumps back. You don't hide from. Aw, you scared, Bakugo? Huh? Wait a minute. Did I just go through warp gates? And of course, finally realizing, Kirigiri? Oh, and you, Jaimankia? So y'all two joined the hero side. What a shame. Especially you, giant big boy. I thought you was... Wait, I'm very confused about you. Okay, I kind of do get Kirigiri over there. 'Cause, you know, why would Aizawa want to lose his old friend once again? But hey, not a whole lot we can do. And also you, big boy. I thought you was, what, all for one... what was it again? Oh yeah, bodyguard or something, right? But before Jaimankia could do anything to destroy this brat, something happens. When the fist goes down, Izuku jumps back, but got more closer to the warp gate portal with Aizawa and some of the others. Wait, Aizawa's like, Monoma, are you still using warp gates? What? No, when it didn't work, I disabled the quirk. Kira, are you using it? No. Of course, I'm getting a lot of my memories back of my old life, but I'm not using warp gate at all. Hearing sparks and energy. What the? And warp gate sucking and trying to suck in everything. What's going on? Of course, by you know, Deku being so close to it, it's like, wait, no. And of course, everyone was trying to run to get to him, but also try not to get sucked in. Izuku, Deku, gets sucked into the portal thinking he's dead or something, and all that. But we go to Izuku running towards a familiar girl with blonde hair and buns and familiar yellowish eyes with slits and fangs. Toga! You okay? You're gonna be okay. Izuku-kun. You're gonna be okay. She grabs his cheek. It's okay. Of course, Izuku's like, Bakugo, I will kill you. Thinking in the back of his mind, Izuku-kun. No, please don't. Please. I love you. Izuku, like, I feel the same now. Please don't die on me. You and Toma are the last people I have in this world. Please. I can't lose anyone else. Don't cry. Be strong. And kick those heroes' asses. And everywhere, Izuku holding Toga, crying, but at the same time letting off these huge amounts of energy, of this unknown energy, and crying. But until everything fades to black. And of course, Izuku's like, ugh. And where am I? Ugh. And of course, still wearing his villain costume. You know? Okay, guys. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what his villain costume is. Okay, basically his villain costume is basically just the vigilante costume for My Hero Academia, but instead of the yellow scarf thing what Gran Torino gave to Kanon and Izuku, this, scarf thing what goes around his neck and all the way to the back is actually more of a black color and all that. Okay, guys. So basically, his vigilante costume it looks kind of similar to the one in canon, but the basically the base of the costume is the same. With the what kind of looks like bunny ears and the basically, except for everything what you see in canon is basically how it looks, but the color scheme is a bit different. Like everything what's black on the costume is still there, like the where the shoes are to the to the shins are still the same and all that, but one of the main differences is the instead of having like the green color, that's more of a grayish green. Like instead of be like that dark green to like you like if you don't know what vigilante deku looks like, basically from that, instead of looking like that dark green color, it's more like it's still kind of a green, but it's like instead of like the faded light, instead of like because from canon is like vigilante Deku's costume is more dirty, but the villain version of Deku's costume, like he still has the torns and all that, and instead of having the red bracelet what's on his arm, and of course instead of having those white gloves, if I remember, like instead of having the white gloves, instead of white, like the design of it's still the same. Instead of white, it's black with the red strips and all that. And yeah, and of course the green on the costume is more of a is how can I say this? It's more of a blackish green. If I gotta say, it is still kind of green, but it's more faded into a black color. And the lines are like and of course the lines are like a gray, like like whatever is black on normal Deco's costume. It's more of a grayish black, but you could still see like the highlights of the gray and all that. So kind of imagine, you know, like Vigilante Deku's costume, but, you know, with some differences for, like, you know, a villain. And of course, when Deku wakes up, it's like, ugh, what's going on? He realizes he's not in prison, but he's on top of a roof? What the hell? And he looks up, gets onto his feet, and looks. What the hell? Impossible! The city was destroyed by me and the League when we started, when we took over. What's going on? What's going on? Something's not right. And this is where we will end off of part 1. So guys, I do hope y'all do enjoy the video, you know, and all that. So, and also, not gonna lie, I've been trying to figure out how to do a video like this for a long time, actually. But, like, I could never, like, with all the other scripts I've, you know, tried to do in my head, you know? Like, I tried to do, like, something kind of differently, but then I realized something, what I found out from, you know, by doing this, what if Deku, you know, what if video. I kind of got like an idea from, like, a video called What If, Deku, like, I think it's Abandoned Deku X, what was it? I think it was Abandoned Deku X Canon, or, you know, something like that. It was like a what if video. But, not gonna lie, I kind of got an idea like that, but that video actually starts differently with a different version of Izuku, who's still a hero, and that other what if goes into canon, but the other person starts like the war, you know, when Izuku, you know, has already left UA and all that, and he's on his vigilante arc, pretty much. But I thought about doing something a bit differently, like, but y'all will know what will, you know, probably happen. If y'all do, that's great. If y'all do not, then you will find out what will happen in the next episode of Villain Deku X Canon. So guys, I do hope y'all have a good day. See y'all in the next episode. Bye bye.